Our song for today is The Men All Pause by Klymaxx. The key verse is, the men all pause when I walked into the room. Let's chat. Welcome. You are listening to the Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between three friends where we discuss business, leadership, relationship, and fitness based off song lyrics. We use our experiences, testimonies, and throw in a few jokes to bring you an entertaining view of lyrics from popular songs, old and new. Come listen in on the fun. Hello and welcome back to the Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between three friends. And the question for today is, what tactics do you use to get a man's attention, and have you ever made the first move? Let's chat, ladies. What tactiks, what techniques?
Well, we, like you always taught me, we use our powers for good.
For good.
Because the tactics before.
Hey.
It's like, I think my tactics have either matured. I'm going to just say matured with age. So, I was a little less forward when I was younger. You just kind of let the attention come to you. And then you kind of like did other things. But now I'm a little bit more, I won't say aggressive, but I'm a little bit more like, I will try to move things along because I don't want to waste time, your time or my time.
Definitely don't want to waste time.
So I think some of the newer things that we've done, we slid in some DMs, we made some calls.
It goes down in the DM.
In the DMs. We've talked to people. We said, hi, how you doing? I even talking to somebody, I'm like, hey, here's my number.
Or even done a pickup line. I spit a little pickup line. You know what I'm saying? Speak a little game.
And that's come with age.
That's come with
so
age.
Again, I say my tactics have adjusted. We feeling a little cougarish.
Little bit.
Cougarish.
You know what I'm saying? Little bit.
Coming out.
Little bit.
So yeah, we gonna let that.
Little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's my take.
Yeah. I mean, I have in the last year or so, let's say since COVID hit.
Since COVID. Okay.
You know, COVID has changed the way that we date.
Yes.
So now it is more for social media and internet based. You know, before there was a long period of time where I refused to get on the internet.
Say that again.
Right. There was a time, Ma'am.
She fought me, y'all.
Ma'am.
She fought me. The Lord did not tell me. The Lord wasn't leading me. I said, well, I don't know he leading you to, but ain't nobody coming to your door. So I'm gonna need you to get on here. You don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. We ain't finna meet nobody. So.
And you in that little city. Ain't nobody.
We ain't gonna find nobody in the world's most famous beach. So I was like, hey, we gotta expand our tactics.
My friend did.
And that's real friendship. Remember that.
My friend did. She said, no, you have to get on some of these apps.
Just explore.
You got to get on these apps.
We've been at the dating game, so we didn't know what was out there. We didn't know how people was interacting, what they were saying.
We didn't know.
It's
open. Yeah. We didn't know. And I had another friend call me, and it was like 9:00 at night. Shout out to Deborah Queen. T-Town, Tampa. And tell me, hey, we got to date different. You might need to get on one of these apps.
Thank you, Deborah.
I was like,
we hit her with a 1-2. Didn't even know.
Didn't even know. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to try it.
Very reluctantly.
Miss Summer right here set up me an account.
Yes, I do. I do that.
On Bumble.
I do that. For a small fee, let me know if you need me. Little plug.
On Bumble.
on the
And
bell.
I got a couple of hits, started talking with a few people.
Brush off the dust off flirting.
Right, you get rusty.
You get rusty.
You got to get a feel for it.
It's changing.
It's like coming off of an injury, getting back on the
take
court.
time.
Got to train. Got to dust off.
Reps in.
Practice
Nothing
in.
crazy.
So
Just
I put a little
few
practice in.
Yeah.
And as time went along, I got on more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
More apps, more internet-based dating sites, just to expand your net as wide and far as you need to. You hear the saying that there's a lot of fish in the sea. That may be, but if you got a small net, you ain't catching that many fish.
Catching that many fish.
Or if you're
So-
not even using your net.
You're not
even
for the
using-
minute that I wasn't using it.
Yeah.
And then the thing of you casting your net and some of the fish you gotta throw back.
Yes.
Ooh, a lot of
of
them.
them.
Yeah, a lot.
You gotta throw them
A
back.
lot you gotta throw back because they defected.
Yeah, you like, how did you get my net?
They is defected. Okay?
Well, they say farm raised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
GMO.
You gotta throw them back.
Gotta throw them.
I have recently, due to COVID, slid into several DMs.
Right.
I have slid into several DMs. I think out in public now I'm a little more approachable. I think I changed my attire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I changed my attire a little bit more feminine appealing. A little more feminine to me.
A little show off those
You know
curves.
what I'm saying? A little bit. And then, you're giving more eye contact, So when
Yeah.
you walk into a room, you connect with everyone.
Everyone.
You connect with everyone, and whoever stares at you the longest, that's who you go introduce
Do
yourself.
eyes with.
That's what we call it.
You use certain tactics.
I like that tactic.
To get the male's attention. One of my favorite oldie but goodie from an all girls group, Klymaxx. She said when she walked into the room, she was feeling herself.
Yeah.
She was feeling fine. She was feeling good. She was feeling sexy, and it showed because when she walked in the room, the men all paused.
Oh.
The men all paused. So that means that her attire was on point. That her confidence was on point. And I think in the dating phase, in the networking or approaching or shooting your shot phase, you have to be confident.
Oh my gosh.
And you hear a lot of men say that your confidence is sexy to them.
Right.
Knowing that you look good, knowing that you have a lot that you bring to the table is appealing to them. So for me, I think renewing my confidence in myself has helped a lot.
Right.
Because there was a period where maybe my confidence wasn't as high, and I think I was that because I was going through that healing process of being let down in one relationship and trying to now reestablish not having that relationship in your life anymore and now going on to a new path. For a while there, I don't want to be with nobody.
Right.
I'm good. And then the Friday nights got long. The Saturday nights got long.
Yeah.
The Sunday evenings got long.
Yeah.
The Monday mornings came early. You like, hey, this pillow getting...
Yeah.
I'm tired of looking at this pillow empty.
Shit.
I'm tired of talking to little kids. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
I want to talk to a male.
My friend always tell me, I just need some male companionship.
That's it. That's
true?
it. That's something you just need.
I think
Side.
that when you talk about what do you do to attract, I think that's a natural cycle in most any human species and animal species. Like you look like peacocks, like the females have these big old beautiful feathers, and they walk around and strut their stuff, and whoever has the prettiest feathers attracts the attracts.
It's
the
actually the male peacocks that have the feathers.
well, see, either way, so
they
like
can
you
attract
have it
the
both
female.
ways. You're
Yep.
talking about what you put out there. It's a show or display, or you talking about any other animals where like I said, how their mane looks or how they do this little dance.
Like cats.
Yep.
Cats always grooming themselves, always trying to make themselves look presentable.
And talk about so it's not like it's a natural thing for us to want to look attractive or be attractive or to try to attract other opposite sex. And I think sometimes we forget we have to do that. Like we have to consciously think about how am I putting myself out there. Like you said, there's a point in time where you just didn't care about being within you, so you probably weren't conscious of am I presenting myself in a manner to be to attract something because you didn't care about attracting anything. So now that you're
I wasn't ugly. I ain't never been ugly.
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying?
So when you say you wasn't
get
tight,
that, let that be known.
still fine.
You'll get
Fine, baby.
So it's also talking about the attraction of physically, like what you're wearing, how you're presenting yourself. And we're not talking about looking like some hoochie or thigh, whatever they call it now these days. But we're talking about presenting yourself where you're presenting best qualities of you.
Right.
And then, like, that confidence that gets added on top of that, people see your vibe and attraction.
Yes.
Like, one thing we always talk about is fix your face.
Fix it.
You got
your resting bee face. Fix it.
Problem all the time for me.
Fix it,
because you may look nice or whatever, but your face says something different.
That don't make you approachable.
No,
it don't make nobody want to come talk to you.
Nope,
especially not no man.
Especially not them.
Because they look like you mean.
You mean.
I don't know how many. There's one point in time I had all these older guys.
They would come up to you and say,
like, "Why you looking so mean?"
Yes, that was the pickup line.
Smile.
That was the pickup line.
And I'd be like, "I look mean." No.
Yeah,
I was just chilling. I was just doing my thing.
I was thinking. I wasn't even.
You look mean.
So that's the other thing we had to, like, subconsciously smile.
Gotta put a smile.
You know, a little half a smile or something to make it look like you are approachable. And I think there comes a point in time where when you kind of, like I said, shift and you do want to start attracting people, you are conscious of, all right, am I, what am I wearing? How am I presenting myself or walking out? And you walk out a little different.
Yeah,
you walk different.
You do.
I don't walk out with curls in my hair anymore. Oh my
Please
God.
don't go to the store with your hair wrapped up.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Okay, let's talk about this for a minute.
Much.
Because she used to go everywhere with this hair roller and bonnet on. Okay?
I did. Because I want to protect my curls.
We would tell her, you might meet somebody on your way to the gas station or your way to the mailbox because you live in a big apartment complex.
Well, even on trips.
Oh my God.
Girl.
We're going to different cities where there is a different pool of people.
Come on.
We was traveling.
No.
You meet people while you're traveling.
Come on.
That was my phase. I was maturing. They were cultivating me.
Tied up and pull it down.
I'd be like, yeah, but I don't know how to curl my hair. So it was really all about my hair.
But who saw the hair?
Right.
Nobody saw it until I got to my event.
But them ain't the ones you wanted.
That ain't who I wanted, right? So I didn't realize that during that phase. Then I realized I don't want y'all. Right. So let me let my hair down. Let me take my hair down.
Oh man.
Yeah, right. that was a phase. A mistake. Yeah. And every time I would meet somebody.
Right.
Oh, every time. Right. Somebody would come to the door, somebody would be out, and they just looked like they wanted to say something. They probably was like, she got them rollers in. Dang.
She looking homeless.
She looking confused. She looking homeless. She wasn't prepared.
Nope.
Like the dude tell us the difference between being ready and prepared.
Right.
I was ready, but I wasn't prepared. So
enough.
Yeah, that. So look, we can be raw and honest on here. I probably missed a few.
Yes.
Yeah. I ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all still out there? Call me. Look me up on social media.
I think for me, what changed was that I was ready to start receiving that type of attention, the male attention, because you go through a phase where you're just not interested in attention at the moment. So you're focused on whatever you focused on, whether it's work, family, career, whatever. You don't want that attention.
Right.
Yeah.
Because either you're healing through some stuff eternally. For me, it was a healing process, but then it also was a phase of life. Okay, I'm trying to get this on track, so I really don't have time to pay attention to you or to this. So like you said, I probably missed a few people, but I think once you start wanting that attention, you do start to carry yourself differently.
Yeah.
Now, y'all know I wasn't a big makeup person.
No, you wasn't.
No.
But now, every day in the morning, I'm putting on makeup.
Right.
And y'all look so good. I'm so proud because I was scared.
And it's not that it's a full face beat. I ain't got the lashes, all that. But it's enough foundation to smooth out my features to make it.
It's enough to take the shine off your little greasy face. Like I tried to tell you 5 years ago. My little booger bells were going up there. Oh my goodness. Thinking they was finna be doing something. Competing against these other things. Full beating them. Just get the shine off.
Oh my goodness.
Just get the shine off.
Well, I got it.
She looks good. Y'all look good.
Thank you.
Both of y'all do. Miss No Jewelry.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, you take it now.
Oh, come on with it.
Yeah.
So Ashley's thing was she forgets to put on jewelry
All the time.
And no, we're not talking about a watch, a necklace. We're talking about, like my grandma say, some earballs.
Just earrings.
Some earballs. Some basic earballs that your parents got your ears pierced when you was a little baby
so true.
to add to your. Some of them you can sleep in.
That's true.
They're designed for that. That's the basic.
Basic level.
That's the basic level.
Basic.
Basic level. One thing with me, I always check my ears.
She do.
So
I
today, y'all getting firsthand real stories.
Knowledge.
So today, this fella that I was matched with by a mutual friend FaceTime me. So I made sure I angled my head where he could see I was missing my earrings. And in the midst of it, I got up and went and got my earrings and put them on while I was talking to him, but he didn't see me put them on. But as soon as I had them in, I put the span of the camera on a different angle so that he could see my earrings. Because earrings enhance you. They do.
They do.
That's why they created them for girls.
We doing some diamond stuff.
They create some that you can sleep in.
That's fine. But my boo right now is okay with it, so we good.
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah, you good now.
But,
You got
Which is why I told you. I told somebody the other night when we talk about this the other day. And I was like, I had to tell my friend Ash that you on Route 60 out there in the desert. You know how ain't that many cars passing by. So you better take that car that's coming. And we come in today, and we walking down the aisle next year.
Goodness.
Praise him.
Praise
Oh,
the
my
Lord.
Take your little route.
Praise the Lord.
Car came down.
He came down the
And then
route.
you got there with your thumbing.
Yeah, he came. You were hitchhiking.
You was hitchhiking. Don't mess it up.
And a lot of people pass you by and
A lot.
spit a little mud on you.
Yeah.
But you cleaned yourself and got you right in the car.
Got in that car with that right one.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Greg.
Shout out. Shout out.
Yes. But
And that's the thing.
yes.
You gotta find out who good with what your stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to be good with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the tactics that you use, like some women use different tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Some women, bless their heart,
Oh, little poor Tink Tink.
they scandalous
No.
They are.
in their tactics.
Yeah.
And sometimes when
Damn.
you're scandalous, you get scandalous results.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get scandaled.
Yeah.
Entangled.
Entanglements. When you use those type of tactics, you're gonna reap it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you gotta beware what's on Instagram, guys. Unfortunately, these women ain't real. Some of them
Come on.
ain't.
Come
What
on.
you see ain't real. It's Photoshop.
It's Photoshop.
Yeah.
It's
Photoshop.
surgery.
Right. It's a lot of
But
surgery.
there's other women out here who are real.
Real women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tried and true. Get you one.
Yes.
She might got a little belly, but she a good woman.
Just a little Philly.
As long as she cute in the face, she might not be thin in the waist. You know what I'm saying?
But you still might want to take
You
We just saying. We
We
just
just
saying.
say, you know,
Oh my goodness.
we just saying what you want may not be what you
May
need.
not be what you need.
What you want may
And
not
we
be.
had somebody we follow on social media with Heather Lindsay, and she always talked about, and it wasn't just her, even seeing other guys talk about how men are visual.
Right, right.
So
Yes.
we know that. So when you talk about how to get a man's attention, well, it's about being visual and being a double take. Look again. You need to look again. Oh, I didn't see you. Or when you see the first time you see me, that glow. That's what I want you to see when it comes through. I want my personality to shine through. I don't want it to just be a pretty face. And somebody tell me, you're not just a pretty face. Yeah, no, I got a brain too. Like I want all of that to come out
Right.
and be on notice so you can see that attention. Now, it's like somebody just said on their profile, he was like, beauty gets you going with me, but intelligence keeps you around.
Yes.
And I was like, that's facts.
Yeah.
That's fast.
And I think I can get your attention, but can I keep your attention?
Right. Right.
Gonna leave that. Oh my god.
Sometimes the tactics that you use does attract certain type of individuals. And those individuals may not be what you want long term.
Right.
I found it seems like the roles have a reverse. That it's a lot more women having to shoot their shot than it's men approaching.
Why do you think guys are hesitant to approach now? Is it because they've been burned and their reaction they've received all this time? Or think they're scared? Or what do you think is changing caused this shift?
I think that women are being more aggressive and going after what they want, or what they see that they want, and I think men are being more reluctant or reserved because they having a lot of women come at them. So their choice and the options that they have are multiple. When women, we are the type, okay, we see something, we going after it.
Right.
And sometimes it may just be that one. We listened to another podcast with Rebecca Lynn Pope, and she was saying that how women need to date like men. You need to shoot multiple shots. You need to be communicating with multiple people at a time. Don't just give one person all your time. Play your options.
I agree.
Let the cream rise to the top. So you have multiple people that you're communicating with and seeing who comes out on top, who really dedicates themselves to you. When you're DMing people and when you're approaching people, especially a woman approaching a guy, one, I know for me, nobody likes rejection.
Right.
Nobody likes rejection. I think I deal with it okay because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that, but I also know I ain't ugly.
Right.
So you rejecting me is more about you than me.
Right.
Now that may be ego, pride, whatever you want to call it, but I know I ain't no ugly chick. I got self-esteem. I got self-confidence. I'm not taking it personal. I'm good. Okay, I shot my shot. You blocked it.
Right.
Give me back my ball so I can go to the next court. Go find me another pickup game. I'm okay with the rejection part of it, of people not being interested in you. Okay, everybody's not going to be interested. But I think the key is putting yourself out there.
Agreed.
I think ladies, we tend to not be comfortable with putting ourselves out there, but we actually need to get comfortable with putting ourselves out there, especially if our ultimate goal is to find the one and to be in a relationship. It requires that we kiss a few frogs. And sometimes you got to go catch the frog.
Oh Lord. And then sometimes I got to pour a little salt on you and send you back.
Yeah. Oh Lord, you gonna kill the folks.
That's why I do the frogs.
Oh Lord.
So don't you come over here, you a frog.
Oh,
Get some salt.
Lord, you gonna kill the frog.
And they got to go.
Oh goodness.
Me and frogs don't operate.
Oh my goodness.
So the frogs I have had, where y'all at? Exactly. Not here.
Okay.
And sometimes frogs come jumping at the door, and you might have to run through them.
Right.
Because too many of them.
Too many.
Then they not the right ones.
They not the right one.
The wrong ones coming.
A lot of toads.
Yeah.
Frogs and toads different.
Yes.
I want y'all to know that frogs and toads are different. Them toads for the streets. They belong to the streets.
They belong to the streets.
Okay? Them toads belong to the streets.
These analogies.
They belong to the streets.
But you know what we talking about.
That is
You
the
know.
truth. That's what
You get it.
I love
You get it.
And they gonna get it too.
Right.
I love it. Keep it simple for the folks.
Yeah.
You get it.
You know.
They belong to the streets. So, ladies, I encourage you to keep shooting your shots. Whatever tactics or approaches work for you, do that. Put yourself out there. I think it is a level of vulnerability that you have to mature to put yourself out there in the game. But I think overall, one, it strengthens you personally, strengthen your confidence, strengthen your self-esteem and your assurance in you. But then also, I think it shows you a little bit of what you have. Like, you have what it takes. So you just got to be willing to put it out there. Put yourself out there. And that's what I had to learn, is to be okay with putting myself out there. And if it comes back that I find the one, then great. But I'm going to enjoy this journey along the way. And I'm going to have some fun. I done met some cool guys. And I done had some fun with some cool guys. So don't go into it looking for the free meal. Go into it and learning something about yourself. So when you meeting certain guys, conversation go where? Okay, well, what happened with this conversation? Why I got turned off by this, or why this didn't go the way I did. So it really, in the dating game, is a self-evaluation process to make yourself better, to make yourself the catch that you want, because ultimately you attract who you are. And so if you want to be good man, if you want the good man, if you want someone who's loyal, someone who's faithful, then you have to be that. Someone who's trustworthy, you have to be that. Someone who's emotionally stable, you have to be that.
You got to put it out there.
And that's key. Emotional maturity, emotional stability is key.
Vital.
It is key. So you have to be that. So I think going through the process of putting yourself out there and shooting your shot, allows you to develop something in you that ultimately will be a big benefit in your life long term, and especially in your marriage. So we thank you all for listening in to the Me, She, and Her podcast, a guided conversation between three friends. We ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and we will chat with you later.